Well, there's a new fusion that just came out, Granyt Doorkeep, who's pretty good actually. He has a bunch of things going for him: decreased defense, block buffs. He also has Shatter, which is new, I think, and increased crit damage, and he has some pretty cool abilities on him. And he's part of the Dwarf faction, which is one of my favorite factions in the game, one of my most used. What that means is I have to go for these events, and one of the events is Summon Rush. This is a really bad time for me to be summoning because it is not a 2x, and there's really no necessary units that are being rated up right now. But I want to get Hilda because I do not have enough time to get every single thing, so I would like to get a head start now. Now, what this means is we need to pull a lot, and summon rushes are about the shards, not about what's in the shard. So what we're gonna have to do is do 12 sacreds and a little bit of something else. I know we could obviously do a different denomination of summons, but sacreds is easiest. It's not super efficient, but we're gonna do it anyways, because who am I to make good decisions? So here we got some sacreds. I have 15, we're gonna do about 12, and then I'll do like 5 ancients or something. Doesn't really matter. There is a progressive, which is unlikely we'll get anything except for epics. The epics are actually really good. If you want to get one of the best starts in Raid Shadow Legends, use the link in my description below to get a free legendary champion, Narma the Returned, as well as 3 amazing epic champions as you level up. Now, the way that you're going to do this is you're going to log out of Plarium Play on PC and uninstall. Then you're going to click the link in the description, register with a brand new email. Then you're going to launch Raid, complete the tutorial, and as you go to your inbox, you are going to be able to claim your first legendary champion. Next, you're going to get Anax, Uugo, and Mausoleum Mage as you level up. Please don't let this insane offer pass you by and click on my link now to get the start that you deserve. First of all, I don't think I have a Doom Priest, which would be huge, but the main reason why I want to pull on Sacreds, as apart from the points obviously, is because Uugo is one of my GOAT. Even though the legendary will kind of replace Uugo in a couple areas, for where I am, Uugo is so strong. And if I could get a +4 Uugo, that would be kind of huge. I mean, +4 gives a lot of speed, great for arena, as well as a bunch of other stats. I would really like Uugo. And then we have Admiral Black Tusk, who is the technically Lord, I don't know what you would really call it, but either way, it's like the leader of the dwarves, and dwarves are my second most used faction. As you can see over here, we got a Geomancer, a Tholen, and there's a couple other things. I think I have, I don't remember, to be honest. But either way, I use dwarves a lot, and I already have Teox for the Lizardman, which means that I would have 2 of my favorite factions with the leader, which would be huge. So let's see what happens, right? It's a progressive, so when we pull some epics, it'll make the next one more likely to be what we want. I don't expect to get anything. And of course, we immediately start with Uugo before we even trigger the progressive. That is a +1 Uugo, big W. We're gonna keep it going. Uugo is the main chase, apart from a legendary, which once again, I don't expect to get. Next we get Deathless. Deathless is going to have a ton of debuffs on the A1, just doesn't really target them, or doesn't really use them unless allies are dead. Then we have Reflect Damage and Provoke, and then we have Attack all enemies will always be critical if there are 2 or more dead allies. This is really going to be a solo heavy champion. I don't know if I'll use her, but pretty cool there. Now we move on, and we should be at the highest of the progressive. Oh my god, a Lego! Wait, Ferrol is really good, isn't he? I think. Wait. Holy! Wait, I wasn't expecting anything. Holy! Okay, let me just calm down. A1, attack an enemy has an 80%, 100% when booked, chance of placing decreased speed. If the target is a boss, we'll ignore 20% of the target's resistance. Pretty cool. Attack all enemies, 100% chance of placing decreased accuracy, block buffs, and if it's a boss, ignores part of the resistance. Then we get increased resistance 3 turns, perfect veil 2 turns, 4-turn cooldown, and if an ally is under a certain amount of buffs, it increases resistance by 50, accuracy by 50, 20% damage dealt. 4 buffs is pretty common if you're using a lot of buffers, and if there are multiple champions with the skill, only one will activate. He's a 5 in Hydra, almost a 5 in Factions, Chimera, Iron Twins. That's huge. I've heard very good things about Ferrol. 6% chance is not a lot for Sacreds. I was not expecting anything, so that is hype. Now we're gonna move on to get Adriel. I'm shocked I got anything good. All of my Sacred pulls have been really bad. apart from I think Othorion, which I had to shell out more than I should have for that one. But anyways, Adriel, decent reviews, decreased accuracy. We got a heal and reflect damage, and an tackle enemies and magic ally speed in battles. Not terrible, nothing too crazy. We're gonna move on, and we get Ursine Ironhide, who is not great. Chance of increasing cooldown, very low chance. Turn meter control, decrease attack. Probably not really gonna be using him. All right, we got 5 more, I think. No, 7 more. Damn, we got a lot of sacreds. Where are the Ugos, man? The first pull with an Uugo. Now we're getting Kitus, who I don't like. I'm not even gonna read him. I hate Kitus. I'm sure he has some uses, but Kitus is not my guy. Then we get Crimson Helm. Crimson Helm is one of the most annoying minions to fight. She basically revive on deaths here on all allies, and then she also has block damage, which is super annoying. She's okay, probably used for some cheese strats, but nothing too crazy. Then we get Jotun. Jotun does decreased defense, HP burn, which is cool, and then destroys max HP. We have 7 more, which means we need about 4 more sacreds. I would love more Ugos. I was really hoping I would get a +4 Uugo. And we get a Siege Hulk. Siege Hulk is probably the second best epic we pulled so far. We get decreased target's turn meter if they're under decreased defense or speed. Then we have increased attack, decreased defense, and then increased crit damage and crit rate. Siege Hulk is actually a good pull. I'm pretty happy with Siege Hulk right there. But we got Ferrol, so I'm pretty happy. And we got him early, which is crazy. Then we get Kaiden. Kaiden is great for faction wars because he has a 2 ally revive, which is very strong. Now just another 2, I think. Achak. Achak might be decent in, spiders and factions. He basically does freeze or HP burn depending on how much attack they have, I think, the enemies. Then we have block, debuffs, and strengthen. He's actually not that bad. And now we get to the last one. I'll take an Uugo. I'll take a Lego. I'll take whatever. Raid gods, please. Uugo. Hey, Rector. I'll take a Rector. I love Rector. Rector, heal, perfect veil, continuous heal, perfect veil, and a revive. And then also a heal thing on the passive, which is pretty cool. Uugo off the bat, Rector, and then we had a couple decent epics, but the main thing was that Ferrol, which is pretty damn sick. And the best part is that basically rounds out our event right here. I'm just gonna pull the freaking Ancients, and I will get the last 100 points that I need. So with that out of the way, I'm pretty happy. Did you guys pull? What did you guys get? Let me know in the comments. I'll see you on the next one. Destin signing out.